figure I'd sit here and tell you a little bit about my build. I have had my car for about 2 years now, maybe 6 months after I first bought the car, first Subi that I had too. I got really bored with it after riding in a WRX. I was like, yeah, this thing's slow. So that was where my journey with the NAT started. And my first one, it went okay. You know, there's a Facebook group called NAT Subarus, and we help a ton of people getting their cars going. And every day it seems like there's a few more people getting their builds on the road, which is really cool to see. And they were a big help to me when I first started out with mine. The original setup that I had was my own custom up and down pipe with a TD04, and I just used the EJ251. It had 250,000 miles on the car when I did that, and not gonna lie, lasted probably a year. Yeah, a little under a year, maybe 8 months or so, before I over boosted at 8 psi and went a little bit lean and popped number 4. I don't have that piston anymore, but oh god, pretty much you can expect that it was like any other cylinder 4 piston. Ringland's gone, top of the piston was gone as well, and that kind of sucked, but I was still hooked on the boost, so I decided to get a 255 WRX short block, and that was only 300 bucks. I got it from a buddy, and I threw that in, got back on the road. It was my daily driver for a long time. Probably a month after that, I had got a Speedwino ECU made by Speedy EFI up in Spokane. And once I got that, that's when this thing changed completely. So having it with the 255 short block with the 251 heads makes it a torque monster, and they flow just about as well as the STI heads, except for above 5,800 RPM or so, but down low and everywhere else it's perfect. So that, partnered with being on the Speedwino, actually let me open up the potential of this, and I turned the boost up to 11 psi, 11.5 psi. I was making around 260 at the wheels, dyno jet numbers, which was a ton of fun, but I had issues with it burning oil, and it just happened to be one of those stupid things where, so I went through a couple turbos here and there. Off to my side, you can see my vf39 that I got because I was tired of the TD04 falling on its face. vf39 was great, and I thought it was burning oil because of seals, so I went and bought a mellet c.h.r.a, and with my luck, go figure, after a year and a half, my Kinajawa eBay oil feed line collapsed and starved the turbo, lost the bearings, and this went through everywhere. And yeah, that kind of made me have to pull my motor again. Not a big deal, the motor still runs, but I suspected that there was probably failed ringlands on the 255 short block that I had, because it just ate oil and sucked it down, but other than that it ran great. So I pulled the motor, and I'm sure a few people in the group already, if you're watching this video, know about what's this build right here. But I'll give you guys kind of an idea. So after that $300 short block had grenaded itself, where's that piston? Looked like that on 2 of the pistons. Basically, I had to build the new one. I had already been planning on building one and was like collecting parts, but it kind of pushed me to get it done faster. So what this is it's just a 255 short block, STI crank and rods. It's Waseco 9975 pistons, ARP head studs, ARP rod bolts, ACL race bearings. Trying to think, I had bearing services out in Portland build it, and they do a bunch of forged STIs, WRXs, so I wasn't too worried. I trust their builds. It's got the 251 heads, stock heads, stock cams, stock springs, everything. The only thing that I had changed on them was the oil drain location. I had aluminum head rebuilders out in Portland fab this up for me, so now I have a WRX drain tube on the back of my single overhead cam head. So it's going to be a fun build. I just need to get it in the car now, and I'm looking forward to getting it done. Like I was saying, my other oil feed line failed, and I ended up going to the hydraulic supply store to get a new one made. It's much better quality. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, the vf39, like I was saying, oil starved, that failed, but I got my other one there that I can throw back in here. That'll be no problem. Get me back on the road, and then I'll go outside and I'll show you some more about the car once we get it all going. And then these are still the 251 heads. I'm not getting rid of them. I might get some cams in the future if I'm not happy with the power, but for now I'm just going for 300 wheel horsepower or so. But if I need more, I can always go further. And I'm gonna stay around 14 psi for the first bit till the motor's broken in, and then I'll probably turn it up a little bit and go for over 300 at the wheels. All depends on what my tranny can handle. But as of right now, the motor's all put together. It's ready to go back in the car. All I'm doing right now is switching out this blown c.h.r.a for my other vf39 one, and fix up a few other things in the car. And then it should be back on the road, and you'll be seeing some videos of me starting to tune this and get it going. I'd say it's a very fun daily driver. Thanks for watching this, guys. Stay tuned for more of this car. I got a lot of work to do with it. It's gone through a lot of phases so far, but I don't plan on stopping with it. I'm just going to hold on to it and let it ride and see what we can do. Anyways, yeah, if you want to see more, like, subscribe. Thanks. Appreciate you watching.